Council, did you, I did not see it, and I don't know if you filed it, a bill?
I did not file
Time.
it.
Pardon?
I did not file it because there was a moratorium on not filing, which I was following.
Yeah, understood.
I have that here. I think it should be increased because they filed something yesterday,
Yeah,
which I had to review their pictures and then review the filings today in this courtroom. So I think it should be subject to an increase.
well, here's what I'm gonna do. Hold that, because Miss Tope is not here. And that was gonna be part of the,
I did find my emails if you want them.
your emails.
You wanted to know exactly whether I knew ahead of time or not,
Knew ahead of time of what?
that she filed something. You had asked for them at the last court. I couldn't find them on my phone. I don't know if you want them or not.
Well, did you know?
After the fact.
After.
Yeah, which is what I told you, but you had asked.
No, I
Right, okay,
understand what, I figured that to be the case.
okay,
You told me that. I
Right.
took you at your word for it.
okay,
I believed you,
Good.
which is why I set the show cause,
okay.
because it was filed on your behalf without your knowledge.
Correct.
Okay, that was my point, which is why then I set the show cause in part for Miss Tope, because she's no longer the attorney of record. Now, in regard to that show cause, and why I'm going to tell you to hold that, and you may be able to add to it at some point, counsel, but I issued an order to show cause to Ms. Tope on, what date was that? That was on January 20th. I set the hearing for today. Show cause was sent out. The 14 days was given, as best I could see from the file. It was certainly sent out. It was sent down to the clerk's office and mailed out. We then, where's the email? I just want to get the quote.
This is from her, my emails.
Right. Okay. We then get and I'm going to say this a little bit backwards. We then get a email from Miss Tope, and it's entitled 2 p.m. show cause today. And it's addressed to my judicial coordinator. And it says, hello, I have not gotten any notice at my address or email for the show cause D Tope. You show scheduled for today at 2 p.m. on Judge Simpson's docket. I do not know anything about this. I have not had any contact from the court about it, and am unable to attend. That's what she signed, so that I can make the record clear. A notice to show cause was sent by the clerk's office. When I'm looking at the file, the process that the court follows, I sign off on the order to show cause. It's sent to the clerk's office and then sent out to the parties. That happened. Additionally, and it's odd that we received the response today, and I'm sure all of you probably would have seen this process in one form or another. But on January 27th, the first version of the docket, which is set for today, would have been sent out by email to the parties. You then get an updated version. I think it's the initials, and the updated version was sent out on January 30th to the parties, which would show it's scheduled. You're looking at the time. Then the day before, because things get moved around and whatever, we send out our final of it. for Ms. Tope to say that she had no notice of it or anything along those lines is just patently false. Because I have the emails of those various dates, the 27th, the 30th, and the 2nd, where Ms. Tope is emailed directly at her email address showing this to be scheduled. So it is once again a delay on her part to not show up. I will go further to say that she consistently flaunts this court's orders by, when she's off of a case, filing documents. I don't mind the parties when they want to argue with the court, but the disrespectful manner in which she has argued before this court. Some people show their disrespect in different ways, but it's always noted with Ms. Tope, she is a member of the bar of this state. I do not take lightly issuing show causes against attorneys in the first place. Don't like to do it because usually, because they are officers of the court, I can command them to be before the court at whatever point I want them to be before the court. But her behavior to this court is, for a member of the bar, is atrocious. And what I think, at least as I've seen in 2 cases, predicaments which she has put individuals which she alleged to have or was representing is also, from my perspective anyway, atrocious and highly unethical in terms of some of the ways that she's been proceeding. So it is with great dismay, but when an attorney or someone tells me I'm not appearing, I know they've had notice of it and they refuse to come before the court. The court is only left with one other option, which is its ultimate way in which to compel someone to appear. And so I'm going to issue a bench warrant for Ms. Tope's arrest. Her bond in this case, your approximate bill, counsel, what's the approximate amount that you have at this point?
Your Honor, that I have at this point is $6,975.
Good enough. So I will issue a bench warrant. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 cash and or surety. That warrant will issue immediately. So that you know, what will happen is, and I have a feeling we will catch up with Ms. Tope very quickly. Once that hearing is then set, she is not in custody and hasn't posted bond, we will let counsel, we will let the parties know. At that point, I would like to see the billing.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You follow what I'm indicating on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pilot before.
Pardon?
At that.
You
time,
can
bring it at that hearing.
You bring it at that hearing with the amount.
Okay.
And then I will go from there.
Okay.
Anything from you guys?
I just need to know where I'm supposed to be next.
We need to set another date, but counsel, if you'll prepare an order consistent with the court's ruling today, I will set a hearing on damages as well as what will be the court's enforcement of its, the motion for summary disposition. When
How far would you like to go? So we have the 17th of February or March 3rd.
you don't want to be here the 17th, I'm gonna just tell you, it's gonna be an ugly day.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that to you guys.
I'm sorry, what were the dates again?
And my next date is what, March 2nd, March 3rd. 30 days from today.
March 3rd, we're flying back.
Pardon?
On March 3rd, we have you flying back and see my mom in Texas.
Possible to get a different date?
Well, it's always possible, but
March.
it would be March 10th. That's a ways out, but I think that's what I'll go with. If those are my options. So I'll
Would we
adjourn.
be able to go Zoom? Well, no, we can't.
That's the problem. I mean, you can't, mom's 80.
So basically, so that you know, that's going to be, having granted the motion, that's going to be the court's determination of the eviction date and the money that's owed
March 10th.
on March 10th. (2026) at 9 a.m. Anything else? No? Hearing none. Thank you, folks.